For all the fans of Major League Baseball who have been asking for a salary cap, I think looking at what the English Premier League is about to do will be an interesting test case for us to see, do salary caps inherently work or not. And by work in this instance, I mean make it more competitive for teams that maybe are smaller market, have less of a budget than a team like a Los Angeles Dodgers or a Manchester United. So I know there's a lot of details around this that I'm not going to understand, but from this Google AI summary, I think what was interesting is that under the why it is needed section, it says the current system allows richer clubs to spend more on wages, which gives them an advantage in the league, which is similar to baseball. The second one says this has led to growing player wages that have outpaced revenue gains, which I don't know if baseball teams are currently facing, but would be an interesting thing to consider. As we know, there have been a lot of teams that have lost TV network deals due to a lot of different factors. And the thing I find this very curious is that the Premier League is quite legitimately the most popular sports league in the world. Yes, you'll see some fluctuations from 457 to 460, but this is hundreds of millions of viewers. But you see that it's been increasing, 527, 546. So the sport is gaining in popularity, although there's always been the system of haves and have-nots, which is why Leicester City's win in the Premier League a few years ago was such an incredible thing that everybody was able to celebrate because it just never happened. I think this commenter gets it pretty right. They're not trying to kill the league, they're just trying to go the route most American sports team owners do and make maximizing their profits their first priority by a substantial amount and competing for trophies a distant second. And I think that is the ultimate uncomfortable truth for all sports fans. The owners, they want to win championships, and most of them don't really care about winning. They want to make money because sports is a business. When you have a Guggenheim Group who actually does want to win and want to make money, you see what they do, you see how much they invest. I'm not going to be obtuse. I know everybody cannot afford what the Dodgers are doing, but they can do more to try and go for championships if that is what they wanted to do. But realistically, most owners do not want to do that. So for them, they actually like what's happening with Dodgers because it's better for business. If we were to introduce a salary cap, I personally do not think that this would solve the problems that fans are complaining about. But I again say, let's look at the Premier League. Let's see what happens because I think they have probably the most similar structure, at least just from a straight pay. I don't talk about like the academies and transfers and all that stuff, but just from an uncapped payment perspective, they're probably the most similar to baseball. So we'll see what happens. I'm not a fan of salary caps, but we'll see if the Premier League changes for the positive from a competition standpoint, and we'll have maybe like a proof of concept that it might work in other leagues as well.